Hi guys, it's TinaGale and I am back with another layout that I'm doing for My Creative Scrapbook. I am their guest designer for July. This is their main kit and it's made up primarily of Echo Park and Good Day Sunshine. So I'm having a lot of fun pulling out different color schemes and different motifs and things through this kit and just pulling out different types of photos and kind of showing the versatility that you can get out of one collection. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I had some problems with the video at the end, so it's going to switch over to real time. But right now I'm just choosing my papers, and I really picked out everything that was fruit related that could go something with the kitchen, and then of course the stripes and some neutrals. Or not necessarily a neutral, but tone on tones, less busy. I loved this floral paper here, so I wanted to go ahead and use it in a small scale behind my photo, so I'm using it kind of as a large mat. And then these picnic baskets I wanted to get, so I decided to use strips of them. And even though they don't show like an entire basket, you get the idea, you know what they are. And of course that lemon print, I definitely wanted to play it up, so I cut a broader strip for the top of the page for it. And then I love using my stripes for borders, and so I'm going to cut a really thin stripe to do it. And this green is my tone on tone, just so that I can have something of a calmer color going on within the layout, someplace for you to rest your eye. So I'm just using my large scalloped punch, and I'll explain more of why I did that later on. While I'm cutting up all the papers, this is a photo of my kids. If you've been following, I am scrapping photos from way back when, and I think these are from about 1997, maybe 96. I can't remember right now. I love getting them done. I love looking back and kind of remembering them being very small and what they were like and how they played, different toys that they had. It's just been really nice to go back and reminisce a little bit. So here I'm just kind of deciding what I want to show of those picnic baskets, and the main thing that I'm looking at is the colors, and then also I didn't want to start and end on the same type of design element like the forks. The way I had it, if I just started at the end, I would have had forks and spoons on each end, and I just did not want to do that. So I have that border paper, and I'm just going through, I'm cutting pieces off, trying to decide if I want to put more layers. I really wanted a little bit more layers behind these photos, but nothing was really looking right. And I had that yellow, and then I thought, well, what if I just put it on the ends here? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut off some short ends. I'm going to use my corner rounder on the ends and just soften that little background piece up a little bit and put it on the right and the left there. And that was exactly what I wanted to do. And then after that, my next thing was I knew I wanted some type of little banner. And when I saw the paper, that's the quilt design, it reminded me of pinwheels, and I had an idea to try to make pinwheels out of it for a layout. That didn't quite happen, but I did get my square punch, and I used it to cut out some of these little quilt blocks, and then what I'm doing is cutting them apart into these little triangles to create my banner. That worked perfect. So when you have your patterns, paper and stuff, and you're looking at it, try to think of different ways that you could be really creative and do something with them. This was, you know, I didn't have to sit and think about how to cut these triangles or anything. It was already done for me just by the way I positioned the square punch onto the pinwheel. It made it perfect little triangles. So I just punched several of those where I have lots of different colors and different designs. I just wanted it really colorful. This is a really bright, bold layout. It's somewhat different from what I'm used to doing, but it turns out wonderful. And then I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch over the top and create a banner to go at the bottom of my layout. So now let's go into some real time. Once I stitched everything down, I came back and finished up the embellishing, and I have to apologize, something corrupted on the files, so I thought I would just go ahead and show you the finished layout and kind of walk you through the rest that I did. It was pretty much only embellishing. I did challenge myself to use the stamp set to make my title. So I used that to do the Cookin in red. And you can see it's not perfect, and I did what I always do, which is why I don't stamp straight onto my layout. I smudged a little ink. So there's a random little strawberry up here, but I think it's okay. Kind of the reasoning behind some of the design choices that I did was in this little play kitchen, there was yellow and green, so that's where my color scheme came from. It also has this little scalloped here. So I played off of that and did the green paper in a large scalloped, and then did the stripe and the lemons because this kind of has a little polka dot pattern or whatever. So I was trying to just mimic the roof line of that little play kitchen. I wanted just a little bit of extra color, and so or some more yellow, and I just cut those down, corner rounded the edges, and tucked them up underneath that before I stitched down. I stitched all the way around here, and then 2 lines across the top. And you saw me making the little banner, and I just used a little bit of adhesive on a few of them because I wanted it to remain kind of loose and move just somewhat, but I don't want it flipping and flopping when I put it down in the page protector and stuff. Loved how that turned out. It just is kind of fun and whimsical, matches well with the photo and the story that I will tell. The embellishment clusters, all I was doing was same thing I always do, repeating the yellows. I loved this little ice cold lemonade chipboard piece. Even though they're not necessarily a lemonade stand or making lemonade, they're cooking up some fun like I used on the title here. And so I just felt like that was a good shape to go up here on the top. And then I could repeat it with the larger lemon here and a small sticker that's the lemon slice. So I always have like a large, a medium, and a small, even when I'm repeating those colors. The same thing, I wanted the red, so I have a larger basket. This little chipboard piece is more red in that one, so it's kind of a medium sized, and then I went down to a small little jar of jam. And I'm just tucking in other little pieces. I had a little picnic basket. It gets lost somewhat, but it has that red gingham here. So I just put a little pop dot underneath the handle so that it would create a shadow and you could see it away from the busy lemon background here. And I just added in another soda pop and the cherry, which left a little gap here. So there was this little doily sticker, and I just put it down in there. I wished it was just a little bit larger, and I wish they had more than just the one doily piece. I would have liked to have added that like behind this cluster. It would have looked great if they'd had just another one that was slightly larger here. But they didn't, so that is what it is. And then I took my Heidi Swapp Navy Color Shine, splattered throughout, and that finished up the layout. I think it turned out super cute. It played well off the items in the photo, which these are normally not the colors that I would scrap. I don't kind of steer towards yellow. I used to never scrapbook yellow. Yellow is just a color that I didn't care for. But in the last few years, I've gotten to warm up to yellow. I really kind of like it, and this gave me a good reason to play with the yellows in this kit. So I hope you can kind of see the different layouts so far and the different color schemes that I was able to pull out of the same collection and go a different way. And it goes from everything to summer themed to this one is in the fall time. I believe it was October, November or something, so it's not even summer. But it works well because of the kitchen themed paper here with the little picnic baskets and silverware and stuff. To the fruit, I could pull it into a play kitchen. So that's my layout. Again, I apologize for the process part of it not showing up, but I think you know how to put stickers on and everything. So just a little bit of thought processing behind my decisions. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I will be back soon with another process video. Have a great day, and I hope you spend some time doing some scrapbooking for yourself.